Look at the clock. What we call human history is barely 12,000 years, a mere flicker in the vastness of time. The Earth, however, is 4.5 billion years old. We are but a blink, an insignificant moment in its ancient, enduring existence. But in the silence of those billions of years, there's an emptiness, a profound void that should absolutely terrify us to our core. You're aware for just an instant, a fleeting consciousness in an indifferent universe. We mistakenly think we're permanent, etched into the fabric of this world. But the real truth, the one that should keep us up at night, isn't about life out there in the cosmos. It's about advanced life right here on Earth, before us. A civilization that achieved everything we have, and then was utterly silenced. Earth isn't our cradle, it's a reset button. And what it considers progress in its geological cycles, we would undoubtedly call catastrophe. If such a civilization existed 50 million years ago, could we find a single piece of direct evidence today? Geology gives us a brutal, uncompromising answer: nope. Erosion, plate tectonics, and the sheer scale of deep time would erase most direct traces like buildings or fossils. And that nope, that profound void, is the last, terrifying secret of our home. It forces us to question our own place in this repeating cosmic drama. How are we supposed to know we aren't merely the second attempt at the exact same, catastrophic mistake, recurring error in Earth's long history? Stop looking for ruins. Stone turns to sand, and even the most monumental structures eventually succumb to the relentless march of geological time. The real trace of their agony isn't physical, it's chemical. It's embedded in the very elements that make up our planet, a subtle yet profound signature. The Silurian Hypothesis forces us to look for specific markers, spikes of carbon-13, the unmistakable energy signature of their industrial civilization. This abrupt change in the ratio of carbon-13 to carbon-12 in sediments would be a telltale sign, much like our own anthropogenic carbon spike will be for future geologists. We'd also search for artificial radioactive isotopes like plutonium-244, which doesn't occur naturally, or unusual concentrations of metals like vanadium and molybdenum. What if that signature is already there, buried deep within the geological record, and we've simply mislabeled it as natural phenomena? The trail of their failure, their ultimate demise, is etched into the planet itself, perhaps as rapid climate changes like the Paleocene thermal maximum, which we've simply called an anomaly. This is where the terror gets personal, the paradox of mirrors. It reflects our own precarious existence back at us with chilling clarity. If the last civilization collapsed from a carbon overload, a self-inflicted planetary catastrophe through industrial activity, and we are replicating that exact same chemical signature, that same destructive pattern with our own emissions, then we're not the exception. We're merely the automated reboot of the same software error, destined to repeat the cycle of rise and fall. Earth isn't waiting for us, it's counting us down. Its ancient, silent judgment and profound indifference are the most chilling aspects of all. You need to be afraid of the home's indifference, its vast, impersonal memory. It has seen civilizations rise and fall before, leaving only chemical ghosts. When you go to sleep tonight, remember this chilling truth: the planet has no memory of your name, only of your failure. We need to stop looking for ruins. Stone turns into sand. Metal rusts away. The real trace of their agony isn't physical, it's chemical. If they left anything behind, it was a scar on the geological record. The Silurian Hypothesis forces us to search for spikes of carbon-13, nuclear isotope anomalies, the very energy signature of their civilization. What if that signature is already there, and we've just misinterpreted it as nature? The trail of their failure is the planet's epitaph. This signature, if it exists, is proof they burned too bright, too fast. They left a final warning etched not into stone, but into the planet's own composition, hiding under layers and layers of silence. Now it's our turn to leave our lair. This is where terror gets personal. The chilling paradox of mirrors, reflecting our impending doom. If the last civilization collapsed from overwhelming carbon overload, a catastrophic environmental imbalance, And we, in our modern hubris, are replicating that exact chemical signature, those identical patterns of destruction. Then we are not the exception. We are merely the automated reboot of the same software error, destined to repeat the cycle. Earth isn't patiently waiting. It's counting us down, meticulously tracking our every destructive step. You need to be profoundly afraid of the home's indifference, the planet's cold, unfeeling response. When you go to sleep tonight, remember this chilling truth. The planet has no memory of your name, only of your failure.